Hi Cami, this is Jim Gillis with the National Student Parent Mock Election and Win My Vote, and would love to talk with you about a partnership of sorts. Sorry for not having my camera on. Actually, I have it on, but for some reason it disappears when the screen capture comes on. So my apologies on that. But wanted to talk with you as soon as possible. Myself and a couple of board members have sort of just finalized some plans moving forward. We're really going to focus on online mobile this election, and the date that we've set is October 9th. Most of the time it's a week-long mock election process, but we're still trying to figure out some of those things. But would love to talk with you as soon as possible. I think your site ProCon is perfect for not only the ballot questions but also information about candidates. And I'll give you a quick little demo. This is what the online mobile ballot looks like. The candidates can build their own profiles and they can manage their own profile just like they would a Facebook page or a LinkedIn account or online dating account. And we can also build them for them. So we're gonna build sort of basic profiles for them. But we are partnering with Ballotpedia for contact information to the candidates, and we're hoping that they go up and build their own profiles themselves and are able to speak directly to the students. So the way that looks, you click on the candidate and their profile will come up here and they can watch videos.
I think we can all agree it's been a long campaign.
They can see groups and organizations and individuals that have endorsed this candidate, and they can click through here and they can see these, and if they want to hear them they can click on them.
Leadership is not yelling and screaming and intimidating, right? Yeah, she knows.
And then they can go back to their ballot, and then they can go to the next candidate, and again the same process. And sorry about the speed on this. This is just a tablet and there's lots of things running on it, and the wireless is slowing things down.
I would feel terrible elected. Donald Trump says despicable things, but Hillary Clinton has a terrifying track record. Catastrophic wars, helping destroy the social safety net.
And then with that, let's say if that person says, this is great, I want to vote for Jill Stein, they can click her star here, and then when they go back to the ballot, they'll see that that candidate has moved into their first position. The nameplate's nice and green, they can see it. And then they can also see the percentage here. They can also forward this candidate to, on social media with friends, other participants. They can also comment. We have a comment board where they can go up and we can set that board for just the students, or just the students in the county, or just the students in the district, etc., etc. They can watch the debate videos as those are posted. We'll get those up there as well. And from that, I would also love to have ProCon as what we call a trusted source, so that they can reference material or go do fact checks and do that type of thing. But while they're doing that, they're always either on their ballot or one click away from their ballot, so they can take that information that they learned and then they can put it into action, and they can change their vote, and they can do that type of stuff. I'll show you, and then I'll show you real quick what the propositions look like. They'll function. So we have created sort of a new look to it, which I'll show you in a second. But the back end, the function will function pretty much the same as it does here, which will be you'll have a ballot question. This happened to be the propositions, where they'll be able to read more. They'll be able to read the whole thing. They'll have a 1-minute explainer video, and again, this is where companies like yourself and Ballotpedia and other resources that we've talked with about partnerships may have something like this, right, where they'll have a 1-minute sort of neutral reading of a question, whether that question may be on immigration or Second Amendment and those types of things. But down here they'll have trusted sources, and these are groups and organizations and individuals that are weighing in on pro side, on the con side, supporting, opposing, that type of thing. So and they'll be integrated so that someone can a student can just click on it like that.
When does temporary mean temporary? Well, it doesn't here in California when it comes to money. For example, we are the only state in the union that has a 3-tier education system: a state board of education, a county board of education, and a district board of education.
I won't play that one for the for the student parent mock election though. And with that, they'll be able to then answer yes or no, and let's say they change it to yes, and then when they go back to their ballot, they'll be able to see that 55 is yes. Then we also give a running total here above a certain amount. So let's say after it gets to 1,000 votes, we'll start displaying some of these. So this is what the new ballot will look like. The teachers will sign up and they'll get a code. The students will put that code in, and the ballot will look like this. They'll be able to click on the candidate profile, watch videos, drill down to see issues. And again, this is where I'd love to talk with you guys about, maybe instead of, obviously it won't have donate on there. That's for the Win My Vote side of things. But they'll have resources here, and would love to have, ProCon here, or a site there where they can, quickly reference some positions, some fact-checking information about the candidate, as well as gathering information directly from the candidate. And then with that, if they want to favorite that candidate, they can do that, and they go back to their ballot, and now this candidate is favorite. And they can also change their mind and do that, and then this candidate will be the favorite and move into that first position, and then it'll all be tallied automatically. On the ballot questions, we haven't finalized this yet, but we're going to probably do about 6 ballot questions. So for example, the students will be able to click through on a question about the Second Amendment. It'll be formed in a yes/no, and then they'll be able to read the whole statement. And then here they'll be able to see some arguments in favor and arguments against, pro and con, and click on those and be able to see those directly. And then they can go down here and they can click here. And then again, this is where we can include all sorts of links right directly to your site, or information, or however we think would be the best experience for the student. And then with that, they can go up and they can vote, and they can decide yes or nope, sorry about that, or they can go undecided, or they can obviously cast their vote, and then that will be tallied up, and that's it. Would love to talk with you. I think that your site is great. I watched your speech, I believe it was at the Reagan, it was something with Reagan convention or something, about democracy in general in 2006, and I thought it was was great, and that's the sort of the basis for why I started Win My Vote. So Win My Vote is, back to this right here, Win My Vote is for the general public. So for example, this right here was our most, California's most recent primary. So someone could use this and they could go through all the candidates and all the races, and it was huge, but they could drill down and see the different candidates and what they have to say, Marshall Tuck here, and that type of stuff. So we're gearing up to do the 2018 general election, both as Win My Vote, and then obviously right now I'm focused on the National Student Parent Mock Election, National Student Vote, but we're going to be doing these in parallel, and would love to talk with you about both of those. Thanks a lot, and hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.